Good morning all. Had some internet issues. Man, taking wires out, all this shit, but somehow fixed itself. I swear it's the trick, man, it's the trick. Just keep messing with wires until it fixes itself. That's the trick, So I just kept messing with wires and then it fixed itself. Anyways, let's get into it. See what we got going on for today. Start off with the calendar here. Today's going to be Tuesday. Looks pretty clean. We have a little bit CAD news later. We have tiny Euro news here as well at 10 a.m. So in about 10 minutes. I'm muted. Damn. Okay, now it should be good. I was messing with wires and then it fixed itself. That is the trick. Is to keep messing with wires till it fixes itself. So then let's have a look at what else is going on. If we see nothing really, to be honest, no speeches. Yeah, later speeches, but that's 9 p.m. Nothing too bad here. Plug, unplug, yeah, exactly. Plug, unplug, turn off, turn on 100 times, and then it fixes itself. I don't know how that works, but anyways. So if we have a look at price here. Start off on the daily time frame. GJ is closing bullish here, but we're obviously seeing some heavy bearish momentum in the beginning of the day. Today's G7 meetings. Yeah, we have that a lot though. I'm not too worried about the G7 meetings. 4-hour time frame is closing bearish here, coming towards that 4-hour support from yesterday. We will see. We've kind of already had this move down towards that. So right now we're going to be sitting towards this 1-hour support here. We can start to bring this one from up here. We're going to put this here like this. So you could technically, 15 is rough. I wonder if this is going to be the pullback for potential buys with mixed bias, huh? I mean, you can look to make it down towards the support here, but it's really low in the range. 15 pips, not really worth it. This was the move that just happened. Yeah, it's a very early move, 9:15. Daily time frame setup 2 for GJ. Yeah, it's a form. It's not the strongest close, but if you get a setup 5 from here, you could you could look for the buys back up, but you don't want to buy up here, man. That's too late. 53 by 53 is too late. You want to be buying to that. So we're going to see what happens actually, because if it does close below and pull back, you can actually sell to continue down to these lows. So it just needs more information. We've just had a big move down. We needed to relax. Imagine that this was in session and we were trading this. We wouldn't really be doing much with it right now, right? Be like, okay, move has happened, let it calm down, create structure, and then we tackle it. So the same thing is going to be, well, not the same thing, but the same case is going to be true to this type of price action we've just had. Now, looking at gold here, yesterday was pretty boring New York session, to be honest, man. Just a lot of ranging. Pop down in one candle, then pop back up, and then pop down. Really a load of BS, to be honest. After late London started pushing towards the highs. I wish yesterday was mixed bias. I was telling you guys about how nice those buys could have been, but you have to follow rules, right? And it's crazy. Every time I've taken that, I've lost. So that's why you have to just follow through and not let the market phase you. But looking at what we have now, we're stuck between a daily support and resistance. So we're in a daily range, this is called. So previous daily did close bullish and previous 4-hour closing bearish, so mixed session bias. We are not closing below the 4-hour support. Is quite important. Closing below the 4-hour support would give us you know, potential downside movement bias, you know, give us more of, okay, we've closed below 4-hour support, maybe we can see a move down. Now if we're looking at 1-hour time frame, start to bring in some of our levels here. 1-hour support, and then this daily support we marked, that's that gap from yesterday. Still a little bit opened here, the gap. It's kind of same scenario as yesterday, but today we have mixed bias. Remember yesterday how if we took sells below here, we could go look for the gap. Let's see what 15 is saying. Yeah, honestly, I'd love this 15 to close bullish. Next one close bearish below, and we can take sells down to this low and see where it takes us. I mean, even this 15 here in 7 minutes would do, actually. You know, depending on where it closes, because it would be the hour close as well. At least you have 30 pips here. Stop loss would be about 30. And then you can sell down to here and expect it to push. Even if it's a little bit negative risk to reward, the point is you expect it to push to fill this gap. So that definitely could be an option. So we're going to see how that forms. Now for the buys, I want to just double check 1 hour. So you could basically trade above here to get to this previous resistance. We've already tested this previous resistance. So we could look to go and retest that zone. Key level there, that's true, that's true. We should bring in the key levels. Where's my key levels? I haven't brought them in. Should redraw it. There we go. So yeah, maybe a close below 10 might be nice here. And then we take it from there. So that's basically clean as clean basically plan here, to be honest. Nothing too complex. So let's have a look at DAX here. Now DAX yesterday NY session did the business. So this is something I typically see. If London session doesn't do much, NY session normally follows through. Unfortunately, I don't think I would have entered on this. There's just no pullbacks. Even if you look at 5, you know, this is the close above the highs here, and you can see you would have been okay. Close above the highs, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles, actually 7 candles before it closed above the high. Now you're waiting for pullbacks, and then the pullback doesn't happen till this spot here. Then you do get a close above, but then that is coupled with a no bottom wick. Even if you had a bottom wick, how confident are you buying after we've done that push? It's like, do you really want to be in from here? Yes, it gave you a move, but you know, we can't really, in hindsight now it looks like it's an option, but not really when you're trading, you know, it's completely different, right? So if we're looking here at what's happening, obviously daily has closed very strong bullish here, great bullish close. 4-hour time frame is giving us mixed bias. I mean, it's not crazy to try retrace some of this move from yesterday. So we could look to sell for today as well. It's not out of the question. Not out of the question. Let's go see. Change this back. It's not daily resistance, 4-hour resistance. Same on the rest of the time frames. We're already popping down here early. This is cool. We have a little support here, so this could even be a catalyst for a buy, believe it or not. So if we start to create structure from here, we could start to buy back up. Obviously buys above here as well, not obviously for people who don't see it, but this is also a nice buying opportunity above here. Just double check that on 1 hour. Yeah, looks sick. Can trade to that 1 hour. 30-minute also looks valid. 15 is of course valid. We just looked at it. Sells below here gonna make sense. We need structure. Sells below, happy days. that's it, man. So pretty simple plans, to be honest, on both pairs here. I'd say out of all, GJ is the more complex pair because it's already done its move and it's continuing to do its move. I quite like the DAX buys as well from down here back up. I don't think that's crazy. And then gold, we just have to see how price action forms. We have reacted off that, close to that 10 level, but we need something closing below here. Like I said, in the beginning of the analysis, I don't mind this closing bullish and the next one closing bearish below, and that would be the plan. So that's the analysis for today. Hopefully you guys understood and enjoyed. Now you know what we're waiting for. Now it's just a game of waiting, and hopefully we get some sort of executions here because the plans are solid. And it's just a matter of, okay, let's see what happens. So tell the market to be nice to us and we shall profit. And yeah, leave a like on the stream. You guys know the drill. If you haven't already, I would appreciate getting the likes up to at least 150. So I don't have to ask for the YouTube business. We call it the YouTube business. Hate to say it, but part of the game. So appreciate it. And yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Which pair should I trade in London and NY session? You should majority be trading the same pairs in both session, plus or minus one. So for example, something like US 30 you would want to trade in, or NASDAQ you would want to trade in NY session, not London. But gold you can trade in London and NY, both valid. Hi sir, any trade open or waiting? We just went through the whole analysis and what we're looking for. So we have the plans that we're waiting for. Harry, can you check US 30 at NYSE? Yesterday there's a 5-minute S1 there. Know your take on it? Yeah, I think it's good with volume that you have on US 30. I saw that. I was actually paper traded that one, yes. I did like it. A bit deep close, but that's how US 30 is. You just have to rely on volume. So with those, you can either be stopped up, break even pretty quick because there's just, or it just keeps running. 1 minute structure holds and that shit just keeps going. So in that sense, makes it valid. What comment do you have about derived synthetics? I basically think they're a scam. Synthetic market seems too scammy for me. Until you had internet issues, I entered DAX sell at 23,978. Would you close it at 50-minute or trail stop? You could trail as well. There's no harm in that. But, you know, if your target is 15-minute, it's not bad to take profits. That's your job in the market. That's your job. Especially there hasn't been much pullbacks. I mean, there was a little pause here, you know. But this daily close is not a bearish signal. Not a bearish signal. So personally for me, if I take sells, I'm looking just to get what I can take and then get out of it. What pair are we trading? The pairs that are in the title. So gold closed bullish here. So next one below will be valid. I don't mind that one. What happens if you see bullish bias, then it becomes mixed session? Do I still look for bias? No, then session bias changes, right? I trust you are well. Thank you, brother. Hope you too. Where have you marked the 50-minute line? There's also 1 hour horizontal close that area. Do we need to include? What pair? In terms of account growth, the question would be, would you rather watch a tree grow or I'm not gonna read that, bro. You think you can catch me, bro? I'm too sharp, bro. My second name is Sharp, bro. You think I can, you know? Too fast, bro. Too fast. Bro thinks I'm lacking, bro. He thinks I'm sleeping. He catch me off guard. Think, oh, he's late to stream. He had internet issues. He's in a huff. Nah. Too quick, man. I'm too quick. Can't play games with me, bro. Nice try. I was like, don't. Went to the gym for the first time the other day. It was the worst 50 minutes of your life. Good. Then 18 2 days ago. Nice. That's good. That's good you went. That's 90% of the effort. Trust. Even though it doesn't feel like it, but the fact that you went is good. 50 Miracle 50. Sir, first time on your stream. I don't know how you open trade. You write on screen or just by words? Just leave. Best solution. I'm telling you, best. How do you get access to your Zoom? You have to be part of the exclusive group. Lol, Peter, bro. Did you catch US 30? I paper traded it, yes. But not then, technically not. But I was watching it, of course. This is on gold. There isn't a 1 hour. 15-minute next to it, there isn't a 1 hour. Not sure which one you're talking about. By the way, I started a new YouTube channel. I'm gonna post a video in chat. Go watch it. Go watch the new video. At least subscribe to the new channel. out. Aha. Scammer gets scammed. Scammer gets scammed. I'm telling you, you guys think I'm switched off, huh? Really? I'm telling you, bro. Scammer gets scammed. Send here. You want Tony? Here, you can have Tony. Enjoy. You can enjoy. I'm telling you, scammer gets scammed. Look at that. Easy. Easy. Bro, now Philo, look, why do you have to go sus, Philo, bro? Everything just went sus. Couldn't you just set alerts and go about your day? It's a bit fast, but yes, you technically could. But I want to be a bit more locked in because I'm trading 3 pairs. But technically, yes. But you can't go about your day. You need to still be available because you could get an alert once every 15 minutes. This looks very similar to yesterday, guys, huh? Keep an eye on this. Tries to set up for the sells. Rejects liquidity grab. Today we grab liquidity from what number? 10. Yesterday we grabbed liquidity from 15. So maybe we see the same move up. Who knows? It's been a week since you got the GT3. It's been a week since I released the GT3, yes, but I've had it for a while actually. Had it for like a month. Got it last year? No, not last year, bro. Can you relax? I have to take it for service though. Every year, once a year passes with the car, you have to take it for service. Yeah, just based on time, not based on kilometers. Manufactured 1 year ago? Yes. That's the last production year. It was the last 2 months. It was the last 2 months. Last 3 months of production for those cars. So it's one of the last cars that came out the factory. Which is pretty cool. It's a shame though. I'm pretty sad that they're not going to make it like that anymore. Now they have this stupid digital screen. Mirko, you need to go and tell your German brothers to sort their shit out. Please. What are they doing putting digital screen, man? It's a Porsche. Never did they have digital screen. Never. There are 2 more 15-minute resistances. Not if we can trade to this. This one I'm really not worried about. We crossed here with a wick. We crossed here. We crossed here. We crossed here. We crossed here many times. This one would be more concerned, but I'm looking to trade to that. Hate the digital screen, want the new Yaris, they stuck to digital. Yeah. You aren't supposed to know how fast you're going in a Porsche, not your problem, right? I guess. Did you take your car some hot laps in the Autodrome? Yes. DAX retested yesterday's low, yeah, and bounced very heavily from that, so those buys might be an option, or this could just pop up here for sells. We'll have to see how it forms. If this closes above in 2 minutes, man, what are we gonna do with this 80 pip stop loss? Risk it for the biscuit? It's too big, man. What's this, man? It's too... What's the cost of service? It's not that bad, to be honest. Oil change is around... I need a calculator. 2,500 dirhams. $680. It's really not that bad, to be honest. Pretty reasonable, man. Per year, you know. My car isn't worth that much, yeah, but you should see how much other people charge. You know, other people charge crazy amounts. Yeah, it's not cheap. You could service for $100. But, you know, this is not a $100 car, right? It's like... And technically, I could do it myself. You know, if I really wanted to be nerdy about cost saving, you could do it yourself. Porsches are easy to work on, but... You know... My Hilux is $500 to service? Yeah, see? Means my Range Rover looks like an absolute bargain? Exactly. You need the tools though. You need to have torque wrenches and stuff like that, because Porsche, every single bolt has a torque spec. Alright, didn't close above, so that solves it for us. See what DAX did on the close. Wonder what DAX wants to do from here. Does it want to continue down? Kind of looks like it. First service, they only change oil? Yeah, oil and filter. In that video, if you see, there's that other Porsche that's sitting in that showroom. That other Porsche has 30 kilometers on it, and it's been sitting there since 2023 or 2022. Never gets driven. just a collector's piece. And they've serviced it 3 times. What color was the other Porsche? It's called chalk. It was my original favorite color on a Porsche. Oh, the one next to it on the left, the old Porsche. Yeah, that's like the old gray. They don't make that color anymore. I've seen a lot of videos of abandoned supercars in Dubai. I mean, it's just something that was a bit hyped before, because what happened was a lot of people came to Dubai, took loans to live this Dubai life, and then they couldn't afford it. I really hope this waits. If not, we need 5-minute structure and closes above. Because we don't have a 30 close, we don't have a 1 hour close, we have nothing. But what we do have is range. We do have range, so even something above here is not the end of the world. Hi, what color is your Bugatti? I don't have a Bugatti. I have a Porsche. That's about it. 20 key level. Yep, there is that there. Ah, now today he's woken up, huh? Man's finally locking in. What's the meaning of DAX? DAX is a pair. We can trade to that key level though, so don't worry about it. You sold your Audi or still keeping it? I sold it, but I kind of wish I kept it, but I wanted cash flow. Can't just like spend this much money on cars, you know, it's like a bit ridiculous. The price of the Audi will actually pay for my next property installment, so. You're gonna book a holiday? A lot of people forcing me to. I might, because I haven't done one in a long time. I haven't done one in, I think 2019 was last. You keep your cars at home? Yes, I have a garage. How often do you drive it? Pretty much daily. But during the week sometimes I drive my other car. Depends. Leg day I drive my other car for sure, because getting in and out of that. I look like there's something wrong with me. Yeah, it's really not the best look, I promise. Holding the roof, dropping in, and I'm also messing the seats up, man. You know, on the side of the seats they have, it's called baluster. It's all like coming marks here now because of my fat ass. If you gave me Porsche money at 23, I would be blown on shit. If you gave me GT3 at 23, I'd be wrapped around a tree. My old Nissan 2000? Yes. How much does petroleum gas cost in Dubai? You can Google it and check the exact price. I don't really remember. I think it's like less than $1 though, per liter. I can tell you that much. Hi, how do I unbig my back for the summer? What do you mean by unbig? What is unbig? I've never heard that word in my life. Unbig. What's unbig? Means he's too skinny? But no, unbig. Doesn't like, how do you make your back smaller? Who wants a smaller back? It's a word for big backs. You only un it? What? The big? Man is high. Must be ICT trader. Why don't you ride motorcycles? I would suggest, yes, I really like motorcycles as well, but you know, slowly, man. Plus, I've actually not been bothered to get my motorcycle license. But yeah, I would like to get. Problem is, you can only ride them here 6 months of the year. You know, it's a season, but that's everywhere, right? You can't do the same in winter, unless you're Mirko riding through snow. How much license costs in Dubai? For a normal license will cost you around 4,000, less, $3,000, 3,500, almost 4. Chart looks incredibly choppy. I don't think it's too choppy, no. It just needs to make a decision. I quite like the way we're forming here, creating resistances. You can get above, there's good buys. It might turn choppy, but it's not choppy yet. Is insurance mandatory? Yes. Can-Am Spider bike nice to ride? It's a little bit, you know. What if I tell you you can get 4,450 in Sharjah? Yes, you can, but you have to, you know, it's not very convenient. Sells after 1 minute structure. I don't think it's ready just yet. Could also make a higher low from here, even though it looks like it can continue down, you know. Wanted to buy one so bad. Let's see what he wanted to buy. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's fucking sick. Yeah, S1000R. Even that's the bike I would want as well. But full black. Nasty. You wear full black helmet, full black everything. Fucking nasty. And then you die. No, you don't. Because you have to be responsible. Bikes are dangerous because they're fast and people don't know how to control themselves at speed. Bikes are death trap? No, wide open throttle is death trap. No way you can buy that, be responsible? Yeah, there's limits. You need to know your limit. The reason why it happens much more on a bike than a car is not because first of all, they're faster than cars, most cars, and second of all, they're cheaper, so more people can afford to get into that. Full black number plate as well. Yeah, you probably need no number plate. would be a little bit better. Let's see what happens here. How's gold doing? Creating resistance. So this 50 might close bearish. High chance at this point. Not ready for a sell though. You can see the ranges are not the best for sell. You'll be selling here for 20 pips, stop loss 50 pips. So it's better just to sell below. More confirmation as well. Same type of story actually on DAX. And you can see DAX making that 5-minute higher low. Could actually flip the 15 before and we could be looking for buys back above here. Just need to give it some time. But that structure is exactly what we need. Man, you haven't taken a trade in a while? I took a trade on Friday, bro. I don't think that's a while. It's been 1 day of no trade. That's it. It's been 1 day of no trade. So I don't think 1 day of not... And yesterday there was no options. Not like I missed anything. So no, it's not been a while when my last trade was literally the last day of the week. Unfortunately, I can't trade these markets on the weekend to get more trades. But no, it's not been a while. Everyone here dreaming about bikes. Most people never ridden one. I used to ride bikes every single weekend. It used to be my sport. But not street bikes. Motocross? Yes. Do you like cafe races? Yeah, they're classic. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Can we get some action happening? If you guys enjoying the stream, be sure to leave a like. You guys know the drill. Hate to say part of the game. 500 of us in here, only 100 likes. Everyone is sleeping. See, your guys are awake. Appreciate you showing up. Time to make some money. If you're not here to make money, if you're here to waste time, if you're here to vibe, you can all join. No problem. I don't mind. Man, I can't stop sweating, man. What the hell? Running all around the house trying to fix this AC, and now I'm sweating. I can't stop sweating, man. Need to sit with my back off the chair, bro. This is the problem with summer, bro. Full humid these days. Like, we get humidity that our windows drip. Sauna, man, it feels like a sauna, bro. Totally in the deep end. Come on, gold. Get out this range. Give us something exciting. Higher on gold, it will be making ascending triangle. Once it's broken, I can shoot up to go long. Not really the style I trade, but if that's your plan, you can follow your plan and see how it goes. If you're interested in the way I trade, then check out my YouTube. Why don't you live in Africa? AC is everywhere. Thank you, brother, for your input. We have AC here. I'm not living... Look, it's even telling you, very hot weather. Oh, no shit. Look. This is stupid bullshit, bro. How can you tell us the weather is... Where does it say that? Did you read that? Where did it... Oh, man. Now it went. It's telling us right now... I'm gonna show you guys because this is absolute cap. Ah, it was just there, man. Don't be like this, bro. Don't be like this. It was just there. Oh, here it is. Here it is. 35 feels like 47. Hello. What type of scam is this? 35. So, yeah, weather's good in Dubai. 35 feels like 47. My ass, 35. Freaking 47. Feels like 47, bro. They measure temperature from shade, not in direct sunlight. I think that's true. Feels like 47. So let's see what DAX wants to do. To take a sell, I'd love to see a candle close below here on a 5. Especially if this 5 closes bullish and next one closes below, I'll be interested in sells. Book my flight H, we're going out of town. Yeah. Don't you feel sick living in AC all times? I was born in it, so I guess you get used to it, but I don't think it's that healthy for you, no. Yeah, that's my sell plan right now. If this can close bullish here on a 5, next one close below, we can sell. Otherwise, we would wait for the buys here. I'm not too upset about waiting for the buys. It's just a little bit further away. Wonder if we can buy from here to here, but I feel it's too tight. Too small of a range. Sounded like Bane from Batman. Don't forget, we also have the sell options below here, so even though it's moving down, doesn't mean it's... Bro, how much percentage target for 1 month? As much as possible. As much as possible. I heard AC can cause snoring in people. Most people who go to work in golf have snoring problems. They say it's due to staying in AC a long time. True. Wrong. The reason you snore is you have a form of sleep apnea. Sleep apnea means it's trying to draw in oxygen. Right? That's why they prescribe a CPAP. CPAP is that like Bane mask. Okay? So it's not from AC. I heard every baby born in Dubai gets a free Tiger and Bugatti. Yeah, that would be ideal. You bought your Porsche from trading money, not all from trading money. From my crypto, a big portion from trading money, but a lot of trading money actually went into properties. So it's a smart investment. But yeah, over 6 years, you definitely build some savings. So I did blow a bit of that. Feels a bit, you know, it's painful because of how hard it comes. But I think it's worth it. But I'm actually thinking of making a video about that. I think it's a good topic. I know a lot of influencers online are going to be like, I just made 250k this month. Here's my new car. And in reality, it doesn't really work like that. You know, it really doesn't. It's an accumulation, man. You know? It really is how it is. AC filtered indoor is definitely more healthy than polluted outdoor. Yes. And Dubai doesn't have the freshest air. You should check our air index. It's not that good. It's very bad. Some of them buy a supercar after 6 months, but end up selling them 3 months later. Yeah, for sure. I mean, most of them just lease. They get a really expensive lease, do it for the hype, and then, pop, gone because they can't afford it. As soon as they can't sell courses, they can't afford it. Like, you know, you could afford a supercar pretty easily, but you're not going to have any money. Is it better to lease or buy if it depreciates a lot? Well, you're going to also lose money in the lease as well because of the interest. So you need to see what type of deal you're getting. Sometimes it makes more sense. Really depends on the deal. Keep it on Dex. I appreciate it, man. 2 minutes we have. How big would stop be though? Let's say if we were to go break of low. 19 for 13 can break even there and then look for the continuation. It's possible. Would you say the rule of the amount you spend on a car should be 1:10 ratio of the position's liquid worth? It's pretty hard, that. I'll tell you, that's not my case, no. You know, definitely, I think... I mean, if you try to aim that, yeah, that's to like comfortably. You know, that's to be like you don't really give a shit. You don't really give a shit at that point. When it's like, you can buy 10 of them. But here's a good rule. I like this rule. This rule, I think, and it's easy to achieve. If you're looking to finance a car, like a supercar or a nice car, you should not finance the car till you can afford the car cash. Liquid and illiquid assets. That's a good one. How about investing the amount you buy the car with and lease it? The return can be much more than a car payment. Not really. To rent that type of car or lease that type of car costs a lot of money. You're looking at least per week. At least per week you're looking at like $4,000 per week, you know? It's like at least $12,000. On a deal you get $12,000 a month. So you're telling me from 250,000, you can make 12,000 a month passive. You could just generate that with less money from trading because we have leverage. It's like you don't even need that money. You could put 50k, risk 3k per trade, and you make that easily. Like that's an average return, average. You know, on like a calm. You know, you could make more easily. So, no, you can be a little bit. Right, so 5 didn't close below, obviously. Yeah, it's true. How to keep up the money is very important. So it makes sense to not buy it. Depends on the deal, man. Because if you're paying $1,000 worth of interest a month, it's stupid. Why would you pay $1,000 worth of interest per month? We have 4 minutes left before the close. Gold setup 3 could be an option. I'd look at a setup 1, not a setup 3. That's not a setup 3 though. We want the close because it keeps rejecting this key level. So we need something closing below. Would also be the 5 close below. 5 no structure, which doesn't help. Stop loss is very bad. Looking at 60 pips for 29. So this is really just a break-even spot. You're actually expecting price to come down and fill the whole gap here. So it's going to be a more interesting trade, I would say. A little bit more difficult. We'd have to ask a lot out of price, which we can ask the question. You know, there's no harm. Gold has had some pretty good drops. It would be this scenario, you see. You wouldn't take this position because you won't, like, if we expect price to break the lows, we can take these. Because here you'd be like, only 15 pips to here. So you don't take this position, but it actually would have given an easy 1-to-1. But we need the same scenario to happen here to where we take it and we expect price to do what? We expect price to actually push through. And if it doesn't, we're out break even. Like you can see, this never even came back to break even. Pretty smooth. Probably be holding through London Open. That's not a bad thing though. What was that? That surprised me. Alex, what's going on, brother? You okay? Mic on? Yes, it was on. So 57 seconds for this to close. We see if this close, even DAX here, it looks like it wants to give it a shot. So we'll see which one does it. Just don't like this stop. I really don't like this stop. It's just the only thing, especially with limited 5-minute structure. This trade will really depend on the top wick here and the close. I mean, if it doesn't close before 10, not before, but below 10, it makes it harder. Especially if it close above the 15 support. Why not wait for DAX? Yeah, that's another plan. So closed above 10 here. I would love to see 5-minute structure and close below. Then I can get smaller stop loss and better entry. So that's the plan for gold. Now DAX, I'm looking for a close below 5-minute structure, which would also be a setup 3 on 15. Pretty simple as well. Beautiful angelic voice, yeah? Is that your kid? Or is that you? I wonder how old Alex is then. Bentley V2. Kids, but not mine. Okay, okay. I don't want to ask the details of that. Does your strat work for swing trading? Yes, but the market position technique is a little bit different. You have to look for trades from special zones. Can't just randomly trade in the middle of a range or something. Keeps rejecting towards the upside, yes, but it's also not going down. So we need a little bit of action down. I would like it though. It would be valid in my books. Just need some volume, man. 30-minute, we have big action. Yes, that's true. Let's hope setup comes at the open. Let's not hope that, because the open always messes up the setup, right? Let's hope it comes after, if anything. Let's see what gold is doing. Still hanging around 10? Yeah. Needs to create structure. I don't know. Yeah. I need to start dieting now. Not dieting, but a cut. I'm done with my bulk. Summer shredding, but I want a quick cut. I'm not gonna get to like stupid body fat. Just back to like 11, 12%. 10 maybe if I can push it. Depends if I want to go into this little grind, a little like 1 month hard grind. Put myself in a box. Full focus. No more big back. We want big back. Big back, small waist. Fasting, best option. Too much muscle waste. The key is to get lean with the same amount of muscle you have. That is the real gold. I want to drop to 11 to 12. Yeah. How many calories are you on now though? 2.9, not bad. Carb cycle works well. Yeah, those are not good. Those are not bad, yes. Just cut 500 cal. I've cut 1,000 cal already. 1,000 cal, I've been on a minus 1,000 calories and my weight has stayed the same, which is impressive as fuck. Like, that's good. It means it's a very successful bulk. Of course, there's an initial half kg drop of water, but otherwise it's come back to baseline. So that's good. You do a push-pull leg split? I do a push-pull legs. Yeah, basically. It's a little bit. It's just like everything twice. I don't want to drop cows too much. Rather do extra 20-30 of cardio. Yeah, but I'm sick of food, so I really want it. I've been with you for 4 weeks now. Started on my own last week. Only took 7 trades till now. 4 wins, 2 break-even, and 1 loss. Amazing. That's great results, actually. Seems like some good trading. Keep that up. Stay disciplined. No over trading. Look at gold. What is it doing? Whole load of nothing. Okay. DAX, what are you trying to do? You're trying to go up and then also trying to come down. So can you please make up your mind so I can take a trade? Thank you very much. Come on. It's really making us wait these days. The moves are coming late. I wish we get earlier moves. Get on with our day. Can you explain what spread your broker offer and what's the name of the broker? Pip Labs. Is it a simulator? Yeah, Pip Labs is a simulator, not a broker. So that's Pip Labs is where you can simulate your trading. So check it out. There's a free version you guys can try. And it's basically one of the best backtesting softwares on browser because we offer tick data. So you can try it out. You can try it out. It has a free version here. Try it out. Go backtest practice. It has a dashboard. There's videos on my channel. Any backtesting video on my channel, recent one, will explain how to use it. But if you guys are not backtesting, you know, it's not going to be good. You know, you need at least some sort of that. You really have to do it. It's simulation that's key because you're practicing repetitions. We can come here every day and it's freaking boring sometimes. Sitting, staring at a chart, doing nothing. But this doesn't train you. This trains you to stay disciplined. This trains you to wait for options, but doesn't train you to take trades. And as much as, you know, it is a very important part because that's where we make money from taking trades. So if you're not trained to actually take the trade, if you're not trained to actually press the button and know when to press the button and know when to close, then it's a big problem. So part of your training is going to be repetition. And unfortunately in live markets, unless you overtrade, you don't get much repetition. You bought your Porsche full cash or some loan on it? No, there's no finance on the Porsche. It's very interesting. And I'll say this, and it's not a bad thing. Like, I'm happy to discuss it. I have a passion. But the amount of discussion that I see about the car and about how I did this and how I did this compared to how have I done this in trading, how have I stayed this consistent, because every time I'm live, there seems to be a bunch of people complaining about why aren't you taking trade? Why isn't that an option? They're not complaining about the Porsche. It's always intrigued. It's intrigued about how did you buy it? What did you do? Do you like it? You guys should be investigating what I'm doing on my trading because that led to it. No one's asking me, man, how have you stayed this consistent 2 years? What is the one key factor? Why are you waiting for this option today? Why don't you want to take the, you know? Instead, it's always, you see, there's a massive, this is the thing, right? Now, I don't mind. I don't like, I'm telling, I'm like, it's the truth. Like, I'm happy to share the passion, but I'm generally the guy here who's going to sit people down and tell them like, okay, it's cool. Yes, it's an achievement, but that achievement has not come out of thin air, right? It's not enough. It's not enough. I tell you for a fact. I tell you for a fact it's not enough. Because where are you going to put stop loss is the issue. How? This is not, you know. This is like a full aggressive position to run it here. This is not DAX. DAX is valid, but gold is different, right? No, it's fine, but I'm just saying this is maybe sometimes where you get confused with. Now, maybe it plays out today, but long term on gold, gold loves to make a little quick retest to the range like this and then come back. Plus it will close no bottom wick here, doesn't help. Yeah. I mean, we can just take sells below the range anyways. It's very easy to do that, so it's not the end of the world. What's the one advice you will give to someone trying to overcome a loss of funds in trading? You know what's crazy? That exact question we did on the webinar. You guys remember? So if you guys haven't watched last week's webinar, you have to go watch it. All the guys in exclusive. But as a drill, I want someone in the exclusive to answer this question that he asked. Let's check GJ. Oh yeah, this would be nice. If we can survive 4 minutes, I would actually be interested in this for sure. 1 hour would close bullish. The only thing I'm a little bit scared is it's still inside of this range, but maybe it can close above. This sometimes is a problem. As good as it looks, It still messes it up. Somehow. The wise people are listening, watching videos, not asking too much about what is already explained. That is also true. I do appreciate that. Here, DAX as well is setting up, man. DAX looks even better. Man, I sat the open as well like yesterday. Too much going on. Too much going on. I think it's between DAX and GJ, and if I had to choose between, I'm actually going to choose DAX, so I'm going to have them both open on 2 monitors. Because what we would need for DAX is we would need the open to pop up first, top wick, and then flip. The problem is you have to calculate risk for both at the same time. Let's see what we got going on. GJ looks like it's rejecting. Even DAX is rejecting now. So DAX actually might give a chance, because what DAX might do is reject, and then the open will give a resolution. And then if it closes below after, we have another option. Why'd you never collab with props? I don't trust all of them. I don't trust them. And I'm not a prop trader myself, so I don't want to push affiliate fees for no reason. I don't know, it doesn't feel good for me. I don't need that. Don't need to push my brand in that direction. Not that desperate. But let's say there was a prop, I was using it, I was very happy with it, then I would be happy to partner with them. Of course, that's a normal thing to do. But just to partner for a random prop, especially when I'm not trading on the prop, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. But I know it's common and it can make easy money. Second push. There has to be some sort of value though. Second Porsche, but then that's your last Porsche, huh? Think about it that way, because you're basically selling yourself out. Okay, so GJ closed below, DAX closed back in the range, and now it's popping up on the open, so we could get the buys above here. Gold still closed below here. Gold is an interesting one though. That looks really weird. I feel like gold needs a liquidity grab to give us the juice. I wish we had more range. You could just take this based on 30 for 100 pips. But since I feel like gold needs a liquidity grab, this would be a trade you can't go break even. So I have to be fully sold on the sells, which I'm not because it's mixed bias as well. So I think, you know, you could just be patient and wait a matter of only 20 pips, and then you get below this range and I can sell below that range with more confirmation. It's a better trade. It's a better trade. Do you give importance on fundamental or do you focus on technical? Yeah, I love fundamentals. We can't trust much prop firms nowadays. Even 1,000 USD is much better than prop accounts. I think prop accounts are great, but stick to the main guys. I think you guys should be practicing. You should just have focus. I think prop firms are good if you have focus. Most people are just gambling on prop firms. That's why they're profitable. Why do you say it needs a liquidity grab? Because if this was enough, this 5-minute candle should have done the business. It shouldn't even give you a chance to get in. So we're not seeing any business being done. I mean, London Open can bring the volume here to get you down to the bottom of the range, but that's not going to pay you anything if you're using responsible stop losses. If you're using like a risky stop loss, like just above here, you still don't even get a 1-to-1, which is pretty crazy to think about. It shows you how much you're forcing this trade. You're basically forcing this trade just to get in green, you know? Because right now, let's say you had the 24 pip stop loss and now you're in profit. You're like, shit, should I let this come back? Whereas if you have a good stop loss, you will be okay if it comes back, because realistically, there is no reason to go break even until this support. Like, there's no reason. So this pullback, now you might start to feel uncomfortable. Like, we don't have any 1-hour supports closer or anything, you know? See what DAX is doing. Oof, big liquidity grab up. I mean, these sells can still be in the cards, guys. It just keeps grabbing liquidity here. Keep every single time. Can you tell me why London Open is not moving that much? It's kind of been like this for the beginning of summer. But if it happens at the beginning of summer, means that towards the mid of summer we start to pick up again. Like, summer is typically slow, but it cycles. Last year towards end of summer it was slow and then it picked up again. Beginning of summer was good. This beginning of summer is a little bit slower, but it might pick up later. So it's just how market cycles work. I would be interested if DAX was to close below here, but I would run an aggressive stop, because I feel like if it breaks below here, it has no reason to even come back in the range. So I would just put a stop above the range and rely all of this structure here to protect. I wouldn't really worry too much about that wick, because honestly, I would just expect the next candle to literally just drive at least to this support. I can make a decision there. Been a minute since I joined this stream. Just wanted to come back and say thank you. I finally got out to the BE portion of my trading and became profitable, being able to take care of my family. Oh, amazing, man. Hope to see you show up a bit more. Just vibe with us. All right, DAX, slow down here. Slow down, slow down. Relax, 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 DAX. Just relax. This is not that bad. We still have room with the idea to push through, but any deeper, it's going to make it very difficult for us, especially with no 15-minute bearish close here. No 1-hour bearish close. Very hard to do something when you have no 1-hour bearish close, no 30-minute bearish close, no 15. Remember, we need that 5. Like, that's even pushing it. Like, if you just take an impulsive sell, like, let's say we had the 1-hour close bearish, we had the 30 close bearish, but 15 close bullish. We could argue selling break of lows as an aggressive option to get to here and see what happens. That's fine to argue that, because we have confirmations. But in a scenario like this, where we have 1-hour closing bullish, we have 30-minute closing bullish, 15-minute closing bullish, last 5-minute close bullish, you can't sell impulsively, right? You need the close. And now it gave the close here, but now, you know, it's already kind of tapped towards target. Becomes complex. I think the buys make sense on gold much better. Yeah, that can work if it does that, yes. I'm following these setups from 2 years and crazy win rate, absolute wins. I appreciate that. Glad it's helping. Now it's time for me to take a win here today. So if you could ask the Pip Angels to provide some juice. This type of buy here with a 15 close I would be interested in. $15 close above 15, 5-minute close back above as well. That would be 8 minutes. This could be a shot, nice little fake out trade. How's GJ doing? Yeah, mess. Absolute mess. Time to call it? Not yet, not yet. We have to save a little bit. Save it a little bit. Only when it's like really, you know, being rude to us, then I can open the doors to that type of vocabulary. What's your view on trading bots? Most of them don't work. So if someone's trying to sell you a trading bot, please don't believe them. Most of them don't work. Especially if they are martingale bots. Those mostly always fail. Harry, you're trading from 4 years, 5 years. Slightly a little bit more. Can you explain more about the previous 15, 30, 1 hour candles invalidating on the trade? Rewind the stream and listen. It's very clear. It's basic stuff. They just close bullish. Super simple. If you rewind the stream, listen. I explained it twice. I think that'll help. How important is candle closure? Super important in my books. Super important. Crashed the new car even got a month ago. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Alright, so we need this to chill for another 5 minutes here, which I don't know if it can do it because it looks like it's just ping-ponging in this stupid range. Like London has just been this. Even NY. Actually, yesterday London was great. But bias was different. NY did this shit. Same DAX is even doing a bit of a ping pong right now. Any entry I would have taken, random entry, aggressive entry, would have been out break even because that's the only way you can enter in this. Impulsive, aggressive. After how many years did you find your edge? Completely find my edge? 2. To find an edge that I wanted to stick to, about 1. To have the rough idea, but there's a lot of testing in between it. Do you know Tom Hugard? I don't know him personally, no, but I know he's an author. If 5-minute close bearish on DAX valid for wick fill? No, because it's tapped something. What a candle, huh? Ruined the fun. Is exclusive open? Exclusive is on waitlist. You have to apply to be accepted. So it is open, but you just have to apply. It's first come, first serve. And then I'm doing about... There's still about 2-3 more spots. And then after that, I'll just open it up next month. Free for all for like a week or so. Free for all for like a week. Watching this 15-minute close, if you can close above here. 40 pips, 46, not that bad, yeah. It would work. Even if you put it below the bodies. But we need the 15 above, it's very important. 1 minute, it has to do business in this next 1 minute candle. This next 1 minute candle has to drive bullish. Yeah, GG is just waiting though, man. We needed a good candle close. It's being annoying. It's just ranging now. How's gold doing? Oh man, that's boring, bro. Come on, 25 seconds. Give us some action. Close above. Show us some volume. Bro, Pip Labs, you can't use on mobile. Most people can't use backtesting software in mobile, but what if I told you our new version is going to be mobile compatible? First ever. The way we've done it is insane. 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 It will be really fun. Like, we've even made it so that you can use it with your phone, not even your phone sideways, with your phone upright. It works. Any advice for newbies just 4 months in the market? Stick to one strategy and don't keep changing strategy. Don't overtrade, and it will be really good. Harry, will I ever get good at this? It's not will, it's how. That's the main thing. You need to strive at how every single day. How will I get good at this? Not will. Things don't just fall in your lap. You have to progressively do some stuff. Who the fuck backtesting on mobile? Yeah, I know, but you shouldn't really. It's tough, huh? But we're just making it in case people are like at the airport and bored, hop on a sim, you know? And the way we made it is very cool. But I don't want to spoil it because I know we've made a feature before, and for some reason, that freaking feature popped up on other people's backtesting softwares, and I don't know how. I don't know how. So I'm not discussing much until it comes out. Bro, so cool. You're live hosting. You do amazing job. Greetings from Austria. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, DAX. Now we're starting to open. Beautiful. 3 minutes. What can we do, DAX? Bro indeed knows how. I do, but you know, it's like, Jesus, man. Yo. I just said okay. I didn't say go. I said okay. There's a big difference, Dax. You need to listen, huh? Just found your stream. Hope it will be helpful. Me too. Where's your biggest audience from? I should check. I know on my YouTube videos, it's US, UK, India. India cheating though, they got too many people. Yeah, I think everyone's YouTube channel has them as one of the lead viewers. Let's see if this closes below in about 1.5 minutes. See the 1 minute rejection from our support. So next 1 minute would have to close bearish to get below. Otherwise we could technically start to look for buys eventually from this spot. Don't know if we have enough time to close bearish below here. 32 seconds. It's possible though. Okay, that's interesting close, man. Very interesting close. It's at, but I like the 1 minute structure. I wonder if I should be impulsive. Yeah, I have no wick on broker. So I need to wait for a wick here. I even have no 15-minute top wick actually. So that's not good. 15 minutes closed though, right? No, still open. Still open. Yeah, waiting. Actually, I have a top wick. It's a nipple wick. I can see it. Maybe there's a way in on 1 minute. If a 1 minute closes below, I think I'll give it a shot. Yes, it is aggressive, but I think it's a shot. 30 points. Can manage above here as well. Yeah, I think that'll be the plan. That'll be the way to get in on this, because we have the confirmations. Stop loss would be above the 5 minute, yes. Back inside the range. If it does this, it solves it for us. We just wait for the next 5. Bro, when is the new mobile in our next version? Man, you should be backtesting on PC anyways, or tablet. You know, go to a library, get access to a PC. You don't have to download anything like other backtesting simulators. It's all done on browser. So if you get any access to any laptop, anything, you can backtest. Like, mobile is never going to be the best experience. It's too small to have all your tools and all of this stuff. Like, we have solved it, but, you know, it's not going to be what you want to do. Like, you can buy a tablet for super cheap. If you can't afford a second-hand tablet, you know, then you need to reconsider also trading. Maybe just stick to learning for now. Because second-hand tablets, you can get some for stupid prices. Like, max 50 bucks. Some Samsung tab. Or some of these Huawei tabs or something like this. Probably put over 100 hours into Pip Labs. That software is actually OP, guys. Oh, amazing, man. 100 hours is a lot. Say that again. Say what again? You say it, Mr. German. No, that's bad, bro. That's bad. Look at what gold is doing, bro. That's like, that's so, I don't even know, man. GJ sells. We have this little notch here. I wonder what price is going to do there. We're going to see how it reacts at that spot. And then we have to see if it's worth the range. Looks nice on 30. It will do, yes. But if it's worth it, that's the thing. $18 pips for 11. So you needed to push through for it to be worth it. We'll see in 5 minutes. Trying to think how I can buy DAX instead of just buying the low, which is a little bit cowboy for me. I mean, technically, if you're a little bit crazy, you rely on this being the low of the day and you buy from here, following the daily candle. But it's a bit cowboy for me, that type of trading. But it works today. Otherwise, this is going to create resistance now and we sell below. So today, I think we just have to wait a little bit. Wait. Might be a longer stream for nothing, but I have to wait. We might sit here for like an extra 20 minutes and nothing happens. And we have to be okay with that. Don't let that make you more anxious, more anticipation, more wanting to take a trade. It's just what we're dealing with at the moment. We are not moving. London started here, we are here. The whole of London, we have moved 15 points. It's not great. It's not great. Same thing with gold. We are back to where we started. In a bullshit way. I have to wait until everybody crosses the line. I need to wait. You just wait, sunshine. What? Is that a song? Sebastian Vettel 2010. Nice. Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I believe this is a new world order with US reset to tariffs. I used to generally count on gold going up, no more. Yeah, I think it's a little bit sometimes dodgy here. We'll definitely see the market trying to take a breather. Can see how low volume there is on this move up. Holy shit, what was that, bro? How loud was that? That almost broke my ears. Who heard that? Was that as loud as it was for you as it was for me? I need to fix that because that scared the hell out of me. It's because someone donated. I appreciate your donation, brother. You're asking, no need to donate money. You can just ask questions without, but I appreciate the respect for that. You ask, can you explain CAD JPY USD CAD 2-day CPI trading? Yes, in a minute, because we are just watching DAX here at the moment. But what do you want to know about CPI trading? I wouldn't trade the CPI if I was you. Stay away from it, but I can give my analysis on those for sure. But let me just see what's going on with DAX here, because we're starting to create resistance, which is a little bit interesting. This is the 30 close, huh? 30 will close below support, high chance. So we have an active setup on the 30 minute. Nice top wick coming through here. Honestly, I feel impulsively you can sell break of this low. No problems because of the active setup on 30. It would just be setup 1 on 30, but we're using tighter stops. So if that happens, I'm interested. Run this stop loss here. 27. You have the range, that's not an issue. Yeah, I self-stop this low. Then I put stops above this candle high here, which is the structure, and then see where that takes us. Ideally, we get a 5 close below, but if DAX wants to push, it will push. So if it's like 1 minute before the close, I probably will wait. If not, then that's it. If 5 closes bullish, I'll have to see how it closes bullish. Weak bullish is okay. Stronger bullish, I don't like it anymore. If it closes bearish below here, I like it. That's fine as well. CAD has CPI forecast of minus 10 basis points and Canada has been slowing inflation. However, today US Treasury decrease in bonds, prices increase, slowing increased inflation. Confused now? Yeah, but that's how it normally is. Those forecasts are never accurate. You can't rely on the forecasts, huh? You cannot rely on the forecasts. Man, I was really hoping for the flip sooner, expecting volume. Now, honestly, if it closes like this on 5, I will delete the sell stop and I'll wait for a 1 minute close below before I enter anything. But we'll see. It's still a minute. Let me just see how this 5 reacts here. Could start pumping down now. Yeah, I'm gonna delete the sell stop here. No point if this flips from this area here. I don't like it because that's a huge 1 minute candle and I'm just gonna wait for the 5. Waiting for the 5 close. And the way that this 5 closes is not, you know, it's not the best for sells here. So I rather now just actually wait for a, ideally the best scenario is 1 minute 5 candle here closing below. Just a 5 minute candle closing below. Aggressive will be a 1 minute candle closing below. But let's just see how this 5 closes and then I'll have more information. We'll see in 30 seconds. Five-minute stops? Yeah, I was going to use 5-minute stops. But now, honestly, I'm thinking the only aggressive way to get in is like a 1 minute close below. It's only what price has not been able to do. Because I'm scared it wicks and then still closes back in the range. Like, this is not the worst 5 minute close. It's also not the best. Like, it doesn't help us too much, this 5 minute close. It's not showing us, oh, full downside makes sense. If anything, it's rejecting this 5 support. So, honestly, I'm like super wanting a 5 looking like that. But let's have a look at this USD CAD for you, bro. While we're waiting, I have this on my other monitor, keeping an eye on it. So USD CAD, for my analysis here, starting off on weekly, we can see weekly time frame is creating supports from the bottom of the range. With this US dollar strength coming back in here, you know, we could definitely see this pop up here and it starts to make a bit of sense to see some weakness in the CAD. Looking at the daily time frame here, we're starting to create this resistance spot here, but nothing is closed below the daily support. So until something closes below this daily support, the downside is not really in the question here. Yes, we are struggling here, but this is like pre-news accumulation. I wouldn't be surprised to see news grab liquidity from the lows and then maybe try some upside, especially with the dollar strength that's coming through here. That's basically what I'm seeing here. So whenever we're stuck in a range like this, it's pretty straightforward. If you lose these lows, this could be where liquidity grabs can take place, yes, but that doesn't mean that we see a full reversal. We could see that continuation here. If we have a quick look at Dixie, see what Dixie is saying as well. If that, you know, Dixie should indicate some sort of strength here if we were to play out that. So weekly is down below the range here. No weekly top wick. We are seeing a daily candle close bearish. 4-hour time frames trying to break structure, which it did already. So yeah, you're seeing actually a little bit more of the weaker side form. So that actually supports the case that if Dixie is going to be weak in this sense here, then we can see this, yeah, we can basically see this come back and take that liquidity from the bottom of the range here. But until it breaks the bottom of the range, I don't see. So maybe your CPI could be pretty boring and just wick to the bottom of the range, kind of like what this did here. I'm kind of expecting a whipsaw with this type of price action. Are you going to Abu Dhabi for GP? Yeah, I would. I just need to plan it. DAX, bro. How boring, huh? We're literally still stuck in 15-point difference from when we started the session in 3 hours. Remember what I warned, we can sit here and wait, but that doesn't mean we're gonna get something. Remember what I warned, this is what's been happening. Gold 5-minute structures there, 15-minute candle is gonna close in 6 minutes. 6 minutes is steep. Can we survive 6 minutes, boys? I don't mind taking this actually. But 6 minutes, 50 pips for 70 to there. That's nice. 30 minutes is a bit closer. I loved how you went from 1 day to 15 minutes top-down analysis. Thanks for the explanation. Understood. Probably will put some buy limit, USD grab liquidity, and then boom, what you say. Just let it happen. Just let it happen first. And then react based on seeing what's happening, because it could be just extremely boring and nothing happens, right? I'm always a trader who trades after news. It's a lot better. Above key level would be nice. We're tapping it now, but there's just no reaction from it. We've actually seen this 20 level not being too important. Not much reaction coming from this 20 level. Man, it's not even breathing price. Look at this, just new high, new high, new high, new high. Gold. You need this next 5 to actually create a resistance, otherwise it's game over. If the new 5 makes a new high, that's it. Let's see what DAX is doing. Nice close on DAX. Whole session just teasing us. Yeah, I mean, it's just like bouncing between. Like we're so close to a setup. $15 close below would be great. It would be clean, yeah, with the 5. I like that. This is probably the last setup I'm waiting for today, is this DAX one here in 5 minutes. This will also be gold close as well. If this doesn't give us the close, then it's basically really tough. So let's hope that we could see some action here, because we're damn well deserved. Been waiting all morning here. DAX is just not moving, and hopefully the close below will be the catalyst. Gold is moving a bit randomly here. All morning it's been moving ping pong, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now it's decided up. Current 5 minute no bottom wick. So we'll see how this 15 close. 30 is lurking here. Why don't you mark 1 hour? Oh, this small one here. Yeah, this is a watch. Supposed to put a box on that. Little notch. It's just not there on 15 and 30, so it's not going to be too important. compared to something like this, which is there on 15, there on 30. But it definitely is a watch. Go back to DAX. DAX trying to break this low. 1 minute close below on DAX. Can we get a top wick? I need a top wick, man. Come on. Don't do this, DAX. Actually, I have top wick on broker, but I'm late now. I'm late. Remember, I was talking about the 1 minute close as an option. But this is pretty deep, this 1 minute close, but I'm late. Where would I put stops? 35 point stops. 42, 3 minutes. Can I push 3 minutes here? 2 minutes. Ah. Can we survive 2 minutes? I don't think so, man. With these days, it probably will push. We have range though. Yeah, I'm gonna just wait 2 minutes, man. No choice now. Bite the bullet and wait 2 minutes. Bite the bullet and wait 2 minutes. As painful as this can be right now, and just drive, it's the best option. Let's just hope we can see a little bit of a 1 minute structure formed. That will give us what we need. You opened on a gap on the 1 minute. I don't even know if I was watching it, I would enter. Too much going on with gold and this and that. But let's see, man. We just need to survive here 1 minute. Literally, if this 1 minute can just chill here, just chill. It's not the worst close this because we have range. But if this just keeps dumping the last 1 minute, it's so tough for us as traders. So tough because that's, you have to, you know, you just have to sit out. Yeah, I think it's gone. Yeah, that's it. That's it. No break. No break. So I guess the 1 minute was the way to get in, but if you look at this 1 minute, it opened with a gap here. So even with the gap, you're waiting for at least a top wick, and then you're entering here, and then your stop loss is up here. So your stop loss is then becoming 35 points. It's not crazy. I mean, it's just tough. It's just tough. I mean, we're looking at a 1 minute to enter. Now we're working on 37 points. The only other way we can enter right now is on a top wick. Big top wick with no bottom wick. We can enter on the wick. Because this is tapped nothing. So we can wick fill this. Otherwise, it's very hard to enter. Man, I even knew that today it was going down. I feel like sometimes I just feel like I wonder if you just left the sell here, you know, remember that sell stop? Like that would have been fine, right? And then put stop where though? Here? 34, 35? Even so, I don't know. One minute scalp entry, it was hard. It was hard. It gapped down. The best would have been probably to leave the sell stop, the original sell stop, and just trust it. I think that was the, you know, I think that was the one. After this 5 close bearish, put back that sell stop. But when you had the 15 closing so close, 2 minutes, it all starts to cloud your mind because you really want to, you know, get something with good confirmation. I mean, we're not even getting 1 minute pullbacks, you know? So everything was right today. The plan was right. I didn't trust these buys from up here. I just needed to go that one aggressive, I feel, and keep that sell stop there. That sell stop would have been the one. And then, yeah, your stop loss would have become bigger. 34, but it's not that bad. I'm in already. I kept my initial break of low. Yeah, I think that probably would have been the way if I'm looking at feedback. But I don't know why. I'm trying to think to myself, why did I not consider that? What put me off? I think it was the 15 close in 2 minutes. Otherwise, I would have re-added that one. I did see the 1 minute close. That was definitely intriguing me. I need to start journaling some stuff now, man. Because I think the markets are turning a bit impulsive. This time, same time, late. Yesterday move, but no, it wasn't. Friday was fine, see? So Friday was fine, Thursday was fine, and actually it's been quite the opposite. If you remember last week, and this is where you really have to think properly in this game, guys. Last week, we weren't getting 1-to-1. We weren't even getting the push. We were getting all the entries last week, but they all end up break even. I mean, I took one higher time frame trade, but all the rest break even. There was a win, break even, break even. They weren't giving us 1-to-1. No, it wasn't. Friday was the classic, just a nice little classic setup we take, you see. It's like this setup right now, but the opposite way around. That was Friday's trade. We took the 1 minute entry on, don't know what day the 12th is. But then keeping the sell stop valid. Wait. But then you're 2 minutes from the close. And then I make decision to wait for close. Because price is already here. It's going down like a waterfall on DAX? Not really, man. Even if you took the original best position, you're not even at a 1-to-1 yet. Last week we get setups but not 1-to-1. Now we're getting the push. Yeah, this is the problem, right? So we're getting the push. But I'm thinking that just this impulsive sell here at the low was probably the way to get in. But then I was also saying I'm going to wait for 1 minute close below. Then you get the 1 minute close below, but then it opens in a weird way. Puts you off. It's a classic way. Now there's no 1 minute structure. Yeah, it's a classic way. It's a classic way. But 1 minute super close to 15. Yeah, it was literally this 1 minute close was 2 minutes from the 15 and 5 minute close. And if you just get a classic 5 minute close below, it would look great. If you technically look at this was closing below, but the last minute actually closed above. You know, so this can always mess you up, those things. By the way, it didn't hit 1-to-1, 34 is 1-to-1. This can come back to break even. Feel like we stuck to the plan. You had 30 minute close below, but then selling into 15 minute support. In hindsight right now, yes, but happy with the session myself. Yeah, I guess the thing is, whenever I see a way in that is somewhat like acceptable, I always think like it was the right shot, because that sometimes, like, that's a very advanced part of trading, but that's more of a competitive mindset. You wanting to be right today when there was potentially a chance. And it's a very fine balance, because as a beginner, that chance is probably going to be a wrong trade. Whereas at my level, that chance is actually probably an option if I actually think it was. because this is probably an option here, albeit a little bit more complex to try get involved in that. What did gold do? Yeah, I don't really want to see gold, huh? It's not really doing much on that 15 close though. The 5 push, nice. But see, something like this on gold, guys, there was no way in, right? 1 hour close bearish, 30-minute close at resistance, 50-minute close at resistance. So this you're fine. Now DAX is the only one I had a question about, which I'm trying to investigate now. And I'm really seeing it as that's like the only way in. Like that's it. You just keep the sell stop and go. And keeping in mind, if you did the same thing here, you get cooked. Like typically selling lows like that is not the best idea. But you know, DAX is not over if we create setup 2, huh? Can you have a quick look at my GU setup, please? I got in, got scared and went to break even. Yeah, let's have a look, bro. What scared you? Looks good to me. What scared you? Didn't tap anything. You take. Tested previous range before flipping. Yeah, it looks good to me. 5-minute structure was there. It didn't tap a previous level. If it tapped previous level, yes. I mean, it will work itself out this week. It's just how it works, you know. We might have beginning of the week slow and then you're up 2% end of week. Unless I'm getting in now, yes. Just don't be scared. No need to cry about it, man. Bro, I'll ban you if you think this is crying about it. This is explaining it. I'm trying to break down if there was an option or not. That's the difference. And that's what separates a good trader from a bad trader. Is a bad trader will not be able to analyze, they will get emotional and then FOMO in right now. That's what most will do. FOMO in right now. But for me, I'm trying to see, was there a way in? Current 15, no bottom wick? Yeah, that's always a threat, that, yes. We can go in now on this retracement? Potentially, yes. Potentially there will be a chance to get in if it can pull back a little bit more and create for us a 5-minute, nice little 5-minute pullback. There might be a thunderstorm forming as well if this closes a little weaker. It's not the weakest close. I wouldn't trust this one. If it closed somewhere here, I could give that an aggressive shot. Otherwise, I want deeper pullbacks. But I'm going to cut stream here, guys. I'm going to cut stream here. It's a long stream. Waited very patiently. This is why I'm analyzing it fully. Plan was right today to look for the sells below there. But, guys, please realize this. Even in the original position, it's not 1-to-1, huh? So, and you're break even by now. You're not losing this trade. So realize this, realize your stop loss here 34 points. It reached 31. You're not closing there because there's no reason to close there. You're not gonna pinpoint this low and say exactly there I'm taking I'm closing. And look, guys, you're almost back at break even. 8 points from break even. So really understand this. Really understand. Even today, you're not profiting. Look, this is about to tap break even. And let's be honest with spread, we're probably entering here. You know, and that's with tight spread. So let's see what happens. I'm interested. Tap break even or not? What are you guys saying? Will it tap break even or it doesn't? Tap break even? I think because we want it to tap, it's gonna reject. No, I mean, with some of your crazy entries you guys show me, this would even tap break even from now. Out on my chart, with my spread, I wouldn't be out yet. Ooh, that probably would have taken me. If not, then this. So guys, okay, that's 100%. Look at this. After all of this contemplation, now what? We're back to the same issue as last week. Does not give us the 1-to-1. We're complaining. Look at this push. Then you're up break even. Huh? So really today, there's no way of getting out today. Really, like today, I mean, it didn't give you your 1-to-1 and there's really no reason to close here. 1 minute looked very good actually. We broke the low like a setup 3, so you'd still be holding it at this spot here. Setup 3 break of the low. So the next step is, now we can maybe look for sells. If this next candle closes bearish, we can look for a sell. But I'm gonna do that off stream. So appreciate you all. Take care, and hopefully catch you guys tomorrow. And hopefully the rest of the week we can get some action here. It is being a slow month, man. I think the last 4 weeks have been especially slow. But we had 3 months of very good trading. So 4 weeks is not gonna affect 12 weeks. But you know, it is definitely, I do agree, but this happens every year, multiple times a year. So appreciate you all. Take care, and hopefully catch you guys on tomorrow's stream, and hopefully see you soon. Peace.